Jamahal Hill was once regarded as one of the baddest light heavyweights on the planet, but his sweet dreams have quickly turned into a grueling nightmare with a couple of setbacks that have made many wonder if he was overrated. Let's explore how few losses have badly dented Jamahal Hill's once promising career. Jamahal Hill started his MMA career in 2017, winning his first fight by a decision and his second against Mike Johnson by devastating ground and pound.
Great strikes from Jamahal from the top.
Big
Good
knee
to the body. And that's the best way to do
Another
another one over
knee.
the top. That's the best way to throw from there is to try to throw big knees. And Jamal's all over him here. He's trying to end this fight.
Oh, he's on him. Oh, and that's it.
Yep, that's the fight. Mike tapped, it looked like. Jamahal Hill is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Hill kept his winning streak alive with 4 more victories, earning a shot in the UFC. He kicked off his UFC career in impressive fashion with a decision win over Darko Stosic. In his second UFC fight, Hill took things to another level with a knockout win against Klidson Abreu. But the fight was later ruled a no contest after he tested positive for marijuana.
How do you feel about them weed laws and how they can potentially change them moving forward?
I think it's stupid. It's bad. I'm not the person you want to ask that. I think it's dumb as hell. I think everything that I've had to deal with as a result of that is dumb as And yeah, I didn't think they need to focus energy on things that actually matter and not goofy like that.
In his return fight, Hill got the chance to face veteran Ovince Sempro, and he promised to show an improved version of him come fight night.
Just get better, just keep improving on everything, on all levels and all facets of the game, all facets of my game. You know what I mean? Be sharper, be faster, be in a better position. You know what I mean? So I'm always gonna think that. Even if I did it perfect, I still feel that way.
On fight night, Hill put his money where his mouth is and demolished OSP to secure a second-round TKO victory. Next up, it was Paul Craig's turn to test this rising star. Heading into the fight, there was a lot of tension between the two, thanks to Hill pulling out of an earlier matchup and Paul's reaction to it.
Yeah, I'm taking this a little personal just because of some of the things that was said, you know what I mean? Some of the narratives that, you know what I mean, Paulisha decided to paint, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate the he pulled out comment. I didn't appreciate the him calling me a bitch and telling me I had to show him a COVID test and if you're coughing up blood, show me. I didn't appreciate that shit, you know what I mean? So, you get to feel it.
Hill confronted Craig over his comments during a hotel run-in, and it really caught the Scot off guard.
Hey guys, we got plenty of time press, press and all that stuff.
I was outside signing posters and he came up to me and was asking me if I was on drugs. like what, I totally, it was like, you can watch the video, it's on somebody had caught it, one of the coaches had caught it and posted it all over social media. So it's just this weird interaction where I'm kind of taken aback by he's like wasting time to come over to me while we're all doing media. Like, get a grip yourself, man. Like, conduct yourself in a orderly fashion, please.
On fight night, after a slow start on the feet, the action went to the mat when Craig pulled guard. Hill managed to escape a few submission attempts, but he couldn't avoid the final triangle. Craig twisted Hill's arm in a nasty direction before flipping it back to its normal position. The sight of Hill's flopping arm, combined with a barrage of punches and elbows from Craig, got a huge reaction from the crowd. Eventually, referee Al Guini stepped in to stop the fight.
What's it feel like to snap a human being's arm inside an octagon?
That's a question and a half. I've actually said to my coaches, walked through the arms, I didn't think that was possible. I genuinely didn't think biomechanically the arm should do that. But hey, who am I? I have not got a degree in medicine, have I? I just turn up and be a tough guy.
Despite the intense rivalry leading up to the fight, the two put their differences aside afterward and even celebrated with an after party.
So after our fight, we came back and we started talking to Jamahal Hill's coaches, his corner team, absolute gentlemen. We shared a whiskey with them. Jamahal came back and then we had a whiskey with him. I had received my black belt that night, and then Audie for Paradigm came up to us and said, listen, we're going to a nightclub if you'd be interested. It's an after party.
There's more on the way, but remember to subscribe and ring the bell for more fighter career coverage. Plus, if you want to support the channel, consider joining the Late Night Fights membership program for just $2.99. Hill made an impressive comeback following his loss to Paul Craig, as in his very next fight, he knocked Jimmy Crute out in just 48 seconds.
I actually told my coaches before, I was like, I feel like this ain't gonna last long. And also the right hook, I figured that punch would be there, and I was able to clip him with it at first, which I don't know, it was just kind of surprised to see him go down, and then I was like, all right, just stick with it.
Hill's next win was even more impressive, as after half a round of battle with Brazilian fireball Johnny Walker, Hill knocked the towering light heavyweight out cold in the most brutal of ways.
I feel like the division is a little tired, you know what I mean? Some guys need some naps, and Sweet Dream's here to provide them.
With back-to-back wins on his record, Hill secured a title eliminator against former title challenger Thiago Santos.
I've heard people say, oh, he's not the Thiago he used to be, the old Thiago. Bro, even if he was still the Thiago Santos that stepped in front of John Jones, I'll still whoop his ass, period. It's not going to change what's going to happen, at all.
Hill backed up his talk by dominating Santos for 3 rounds before finishing him off in the 4th. After the win, he called for a title shot.
I wanted a shot at Yuri. I've been calling for Yuri for about 2 years now. You know, I want him. I don't care if he's a champion. I got twice as many wins as he does in this organization. You know what I mean? So I want him.
Although Hill couldn't get his shot at Prochazka, he still earned a vacant title shot against Glover Teixeira after Prochazka had to vacate the belt due to injury.
What do you think of Glover as an opponent?
I think he's a great opponent. I think he's an OG of the game. He's been around for a long time, for a reason. You know, you can't be doing what you do at his age and not be one of the best of all time.
Despite the amount of respect he had for the Brazilian legend, Hill refused to show any mercy to him on fight night, as he battered the former champ for 5 rounds to secure a comfortable decision victory. Before Hill could make his first title defense, an injury sidelined him for almost a year. But instead of leaving the division in limbo, he decided to take the high road and vacate the belt. The title was eventually claimed by Alex Pereira, who defeated Jiri Prochazka to win it at UFC 295. Jamahal Hill made his return to the cage at UFC 300, where he challenged Pereira for the belt he had vacated. Heading into the fight, the American was full of overconfidence and bravado, as he claimed how Pereira was levels below him.
I've seen that he's not on my level. It's not close, and I can't wait to get in there tomorrow and show that.
And you are known for knocking a lot of guys out, so do you see this fight playing out that same way, where you're going to knock out Alex?
Yeah, 100%. I see myself as superior everywhere. I see myself as a superior striker, as a superior grappler, a superior clinch worker, as a superior thinker, as everywhere. I'm superior to him in everywhere in this game, and I'm gonna show the levels to that.
Oh, make no doubt, I'm here to put him out. He gotta go to sleep.
Hill's antics kept going right through the final face-offs, where he brought out a stone-faced prop hung by a chain and smashed it to make a bold statement that he was ready to take the champion's head clean off. Hill continued to chirp for as long as he could.
Tomorrow night, you have an opportunity to regain it. How important is this fight to you, and how do you think it goes down?
Oh, man, this is everything to me. Regardless if y'all boo, no matter how y'all feel, what I almost lost, what could have happened to me, what I did lose, it put a fire in me. It definitely put a fire in me. Regardless, I'm coming to leave it all in there. I'm just glad to be back.
Inside the cage, it was a completely different story. Both fighters started off carefully, sizing each other up, but then Pereira shook off what looked like a low blow and unleashed a deadly left hook that dropped Hill to the mat like a sack of potatoes. Poatan quickly followed up and sent Hill packing in the first round.
This was a very special night for me, still sinking everything in. I want to enjoy this a little bit more and then to enjoy the next one.
Since his loss to Pereira, Hill had been calling for a rematch, but he obviously needed to show that he deserved it. For that, he accepted the UFC's offer to fight Jiri Prochazka at UFC 311.
Yeah, 100%. I feel a win here, especially a dominant, impressive win here. Next fight is title. Next fight is championship. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Heading into the fight, Hill saw a ton of holes in Prochazka's game.
I definitely see openings and opportunities where I can assert myself and dominate the fight. And ultimately, we can talk about what we see, this and that, but you got to go in there and do it. You got to go in there and put it on film. So that's just more so what I'm locked into, just staying free, flowing, and ready to take care of anything.
On fight night, Jamahal faced a great deal of adversity. Prochazka's pressure and nasty fists dropped him early. Hill had a better round 2, but Prochazka would drop him and finish him in the 3rd to put his name back into the win column. With 2 losses on the bounce, Hill now has a mountain to climb, and it will take some effort for him to get back into title contention or think about Alex Pereira. And to find out who got the better of the guy Jamahal just lost to, check out this breakdown of Yuri Prochazka's career losses.